Online Authors Office, founder and CEO. And here I am with Christine Aldrich, author of Braiding Crowns of Friendship. Hi, Christine. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing wonderful.
It's so good to see you. Can you tell us where you're talking to us from?
Well, I am actually in California, in Cerritos, California, and I know you're all the way in Thailand, so it's like 8 o'clock p.m. here.
Yep, we're crossing the continent bridge one more time. So
Absolutely.
we have a lot of questions that your audience would love to know about you. So I'm just going to get straight into the questions, and we want to hear everything about your remarkable books that you have on sale at the moment. Okay, so first question, what inspired you to write your book?
Well, I have a friend, her name is Sharon Gordon, and for many years she told me I should write a children's book about the adventures of my little best friend. You can see behind me, my best friend, Jashanti Jayamaha. And, I told her I would laugh about it. And then during the pandemic in January of 2021, I finally decided to sit down and really take it seriously, especially with a lot of the things that were going on in the state of the world from the pandemic to Black Lives Matter. So I sat down and I thought about, a book, and it kind of came to life. It took me about 30 minutes to write it. And then it was done. So I thank Sharon Gordon all the time for inspiring me to really do this book. So it's been an amazing journey as well.
That's amazing. And who is Braiding Crowns of Friendship for? Who is your audience?
Braiding Braiding Crowns of Friendship was originally for young African American girls, like maybe from 9 to 13. But what I've found through my journey, Pashmina, that is not only for young girls, African American girls, it's been for girls of any color. And also adults. I've had actual women that have read the book who wish they had had a book like this when they were young. So it's touched all different age groups, and I'm happy to hear that it has.
That's amazing. And what is the most important themes and messages you want your audience to gain from reading your book?
Um, Definitely God. I'm a woman of God, so God is very important. Family, friendship, love, diversity, loving yourself. And another theme that kind of came out of the book is bullying. So, just addressing the fact that young kids today, especially, are being bullied in school, and I think this book does a good job of kind of dealing with the bullying situation in the book and
Mhm.
bringing that to light. So, I would say that those are the main things.
That's amazing. And oh, you have a second book coming out in the series. Um,
Yes,
please tell
yes,
us
I do.
more. We know you have a coloring book that's out there that.
Yeah, so I have Braiding Crowns of Friendship, and then I also have the coloring book that came out just in August. So we're excited about that edition. And the next book is really a book where Christine and the little blonde girl become friends. So I know in the book, if you read the first book, the little blonde girl just really didn't understand Christine's hair. So really thought it was important that I build on the friendship between Christine and the little blonde girl. And even though we might be different, there's a lot of things that you're going to find in the book that we have in common. And the best thing about it is she's also going to wear her hair in braids. So that tells you just how far that we've come in our friendship and also in her understanding of my hair.
I love the metaphor of the hair being your crown, and like everybody has one, no matter if it's straight or curly or black or blonde or gray, even. I love that. It's really beautiful. And what does the future hold for you as an author?
I really don't know, Pashmina. I'm just excited about the journey that I'm on right now. I hope that I can continue to write more books and help to educate young girls of color. I mean, specifically, I was just targeting African Americans, but I think that my book is also being open to all girls of color. So I think for me, I just want to help educate young girls to know that they're beautiful just the way they are. So for me, it's really educating. I think I do have an LLC now. I have built my brand. I have a website thanks to you and your team. So I think it's just continuing to grow the brand, trying to get t-shirts, different things out there for Braiding Crowns of Friendships. I'm going to be doing an author. I'm going to be going to Orange County Book Fair, Children's Fair in October. So there's a lot of things that I have planned and lined up to do to keep keeping the author that I want to be.
And your book is very educational. I mean, you talk about another book in the series, you talk about, the branding. I just want to know a little bit more about your branding. Does this mean that you can offer people different resources other than books? Are you available to like teach as well?
I've thought about that. I had the opportunity to read my book virtually to 600 elementary school kids, and it was amazing. I mean, being able to read it and then the kids asking me all kinds of questions. So, I mean, you just never know where I can go with this book. I'm open to that. I love being a change agent. When I think about the things that this book can bring, I am definitely open to speaking more about the book, the message. For me, again, I just want to make sure that young girls know that they're beautiful just the way they are.
I love that change agent. It's like you're the vessel bringing the message to like, women of color and even like outside of, our own societies. You're just being that vessel of change. I love that agent of change. I'm going to use that in your copy. And
Definitely.
yeah, if you could describe your life as an author in one sentence, what would it be?
It's funny that you say that. When I wrote that it is being a change agent for young girls of color. That is what my sentence would be.
Wow.
Um, because that's really what I see. I mean, to me, if I only reach one or two or three, I haven't sold as many books as I thought I would, but the message is the what I hear from people when they've read the story. It's just humbles me to know that my stories made a difference in their lives, and that they're able to share with me, some of the experiences that they've had.
I
Whether it's about, their hair color, their hair texture, whatever it might be.
Your testimonials on Amazon are amazing. I mean, I just see like how people have opened up their heart to you, telling you how remarkable your book is. And that's just wonderful to see that people are actually, leaving those kinds of reviews for you. So you're successful in what you're doing, which is awesome. And what piece of advice could you give budding authors?
I think the biggest thing is do your research. Make sure you understand what you're going to have to do after the book's done. I mean, was an amazing journey with you guys but after you get done, it's like, what's the next steps? What do I do? So I think it's really important that you know what you're going to do next, because you have to get the book out there. You have to get people to the social media, the website. All of those things are things that you have to really make sure you know how to do, and you have people that can help support you with that.
It's about keep on the sustaining momentum, right? It's not just like, here's the book and then that's it. It's
Right. You can't just create a book. You have to create a social media presence. You have to create a brand. You have to have a marketing plan. So those are the things that I've really been working with the team that I have after I worked with your team, is really trying to create a social media presence, trying to connect with people that I think would really embrace this book and would want to purchase the book. So those are things right now that we're really trying to work on, is really developing a marketing plan so that we can make sure we're targeting people that need to be targeted.
perfect. Yeah, exactly. That's wonderful. And what is the best thing about being an author?
I think the best thing about being an author is that you can use your own creativity to do what you want to do. Um, for me, like I said, Braiding Crowns of Friendship was such an honor to do. I mean, I wrote the story in 30 minutes, and then for me, it was, connecting with people on Facebook and finding out how people have done a book, and then connecting with your friend Danuka, and Danuka connecting me with you, and then meeting with your group, and then for 6 months seeing a manuscript that I had created in 30 minutes actually become a book. I think that is amazing. Then having your team, Ari, with his illustration, and and also with Braiding Crowns of Friendship, the title with Charlotte. So I mean, it's just been amazing to be able to the things that you want to have created come to life. So I think it's an amazing experience.
Yeah, because from that manuscript of you writing it in half an hour and then 6 months later you're actually holding it and people are talking about it. I mean, that must feel very surreal as well.
It really does. It was really crazy. And then when, everything was done and people were purchasing the book and they were taking pictures with it on Facebook, it was just an amazing experience. I just really give all the glory to God and to family and friends for all of their support. So many people have been so supportive of me during this journey, and I really appreciate that.
And we've loved working with you. It's like it's the same concept that I seem to be speaking to authors about the metamorphosis, to watch you from our first Zoom call that we had like almost over a year ago to where you
Yeah.
are now. It's like, wow, you're a powerhouse. You're on fire, which is amazing.
Well,
So
I appreciate it. It's because of you and your team and all of your hard work that you guys have done for this book. I mean, it's just an amazing, like I said, it's been an amazing journey. I'm proud to work with you guys on the next one as well. So I know we're going to just continue to create great books for children out there.
yeah,
So
you're on the way. You are that vessel of change, and it's very obvious what's going on. And how can your audience find you? And what other avenues can you tell of education can we as the audience gain from reaching out to you?
well, I have a website. It's christinealdridge.me. Yeah, I'm sorry, christinealdridge.me. And I also have an Instagram account, Christine_M_Aldridge. I also have a Facebook page, Christine M. Aldridge Books. So you can reach me on those different social media avenues. I'm also on LinkedIn, and that's Christine Aldridge. But for me, I know we have done a lot of blogs. We've tried to help increase self-esteem in children. We've helped to deal with bullying. I have a friend who's actually working on some different things about bullying with children and also will include my book. So I think it's just really making sure parents understand that it's important that their children love who they are.
Mm.
And, in the book, for example, the mom and how she just held my face in her hands and was just like, it's going to be okay, baby. You're beautiful just the way you are. And I think that's really what's important, is that moms and dads love their children the way they are and empower them to wear their hair natural or in afro puffs or however they want to wear it. Because it starts with your family. And that's what I really wanted to get across in this book, that if you have that family and you have that love in God, you're going to be okay.
I love it. Thank you so much, Christine, for being here with us today. And thank you again for chatting with us at the OAO desk, and from everyone at the OAO. Thank you again for your time. Have a wonderful day, Christine.
Thank you so much.